NBA GMs always come out with the annual survey before the season starts as well too, and these are some of the selections that they had. Best point guard, Luka. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hands down. I think so. Okay. Best defensive player, Wemby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree too. We talked about this before we started recording. Best game on the line, clutch shot taker. Steph was at 40, KD 23, Luka 10. You think Steph should be number one?
I don't. I get why Steph is number one though.
You think it's recency bias from the Olympics?
I think there's bias from the Olympics. I think Steph has hit clutch shots, and he's the best shooter, so it makes sense. Who would you want to shoot the shot? The best shooter. Like, I feel like it just makes sense. But when you really look at like all the evidence and a lot of the times where he was needed to come up clutch and he didn't really, it's just hard for me. And I love Steph. I want him to be that guy. I want him to always be coming through. But it just feels like I get let down a lot. So I don't know. I don't think he could be number one. But also,
who would be number one for you?
I don't know if. I feel like we haven't had
someone yet that you can
like
say.
We in the past, like last year or the year before, it was like DeMar DeRozan was hitting like all the clutch shots. He was winning them a bunch of games, game winners. Then like the year before that, for like the 2 or 3 years, it was like Dame. You know, like I feel like we don't really have that right now. You know, maybe someone will do that this season, but like going into it, I don't feel like there's someone who's been overwhelmingly clutch. Which also to be real is not necessarily always their fault because it also means you have to be in a lot of close games. You know. So we'll see. I definitely don't think. To me, Luka is 2 minutes left clutch, not last shot clutch. If that makes sense. Like I feel like if it's 2 minutes left and it's close, okay, he can win you the game. But I don't feel like it's as much like, all right, I'm gonna get you the game winning shot.
Okay, so basically that's how you are internalizing it. You think it's the very last shot, or do you think it's?
I think it is the very last shot they're talking about. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm, like you said, there's a lot of different factors, but if I have to just choose someone, I like height and I like efficiency.
You going KD?
I'm going with KD.
That's a great
I'm going with
choice.
KD. That man has no flaw offensively with my own two eyes, even though he's lost a little bit of athleticism. I'm going with him. He can literally get any shot off. Like, maybe we'll see what against like Wemby or some shit, but that nigga can get any shot off. So I'm going to go with KD with that one. Best leader, Steph was 33%, LeBron 23, Brunson 23. You agree with Steph being the best leader?
Yeah, I think Steph is definitely a silent leader. You know, because they have Draymond on the team, so he's gonna be loud as hell. But it seems like, by all accounts, you know, Steph is a really good leader, and I think clearly like LeBron is as well. I think part of LeBron being as low is because how old he is now. I just think it gets harder to connect to some of the 20-year-olds when you're 40.
Well, if you watch the Starting Five documentary, you can see he connects. But I'm gonna go with LeBron at number one. Steph, I feel like he's always had continuity around him for LeBron to be on three different teams, but he obviously had an extra stint with the Cavs, and to win a championship everywhere he's been, and have so much player movement around him and not as much stability. I think I'm gonna go with him, but I'm not mad at Steph either, so I'm cool with that. Most versatile, they had Giannis at 30.
I'm actually going to go with LeBron over Giannis, only because to me, Giannis is
limited
3 and down, where Bron is like all 5.
Yeah.
So
I will only put Giannis above Bron, kind of like what you said with best leader, because he's older, and I feel like Giannis is right now is a better defender.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm not mad at your answer. Best basketball IQ, Joker 53, LeBron 30. I will put Joker and Bron 50-50.
I get it. I'm cool with Jokic being
53% though.
Higher up.
Damn,
yeah.
53 is crazy though.
Did you see the passes that nigga was throwing?
Yeah, you see passes Bron been throwing for his career.
For his career though, versus like I think it's like in this moment that we're in right now.
That's true.
Yeah, I think also Bron's teammates aren't as good.
I was about to say that too.
talking
Also,
about.
like Joker had a better team.
Yeah.
But I mean, shit. But I'm not mad at them saying has the best basketball IQ. But 53 is crazy. Most athletic, they had Ant-Man at 45. You cool with him being most athletic in the league?
Sure. Yeah.
Who would you say more athletic, him or Ja? Ant? Ja pretty fucking athletic.
I think the shorter person always, to me, is going to get the more athletic.
Yeah.
It's crazier seeing you do it. So to me, that's Ja. I think, again, Ja's left out of all this because he was out last year and he has still all the, I feel like, stench of the gun and the IG and all that shit. So they're being kind of apprehensive. But Ja is that dude, bro. It's crazy to me, bro. Is just averaging like 27 a game, and they act like he had a knee injury or something. Like he was fucking around with a gun and he hurt his shoulder. Like he'll be okay.
Yo, that's hilarious. Team levels of success hardest to predict. Lakers at 17.
I think. Yeah, I can see that because they should have been better than they were last year, but they just weren't.
Yeah,
and that's just kind of like their story.
Yeah, and they got a new coach. Bron's getting older. Let me ask you this: if the Lakers somehow got past the Nuggets, you think they would have still lost in the round after that to Minnesota?
Yeah,
think so. Yeah.
Minnesota was going crazy.
You said what?
Minnesota was going crazy. I think if
crazy.
they play the level they were playing in the other two rounds, they make it out of the West as well. But I don't think they played that well when they made it to the conference finals.
And they lost.
Mostly Ant. Just didn't really,
They really lost KCP and Jeff Green from the championship team. And what's the other guy's name? With the headband. Bruce Brown.
You talking about the Nuggets? Yeah.
They fucked up. We'll see what Russ talking about this year. That could be another 6 man of the year.
Russ
candidate as well too. I didn't think about that.
Russ could be a 6 man of the year. He was gonna be it honestly before he got traded to the Clippers, but then the Clippers started starting him.
Yeah, no, you're right. And last one, best head coach. They had Spo at a overly favored 69%. I think he's the best at working with. I think he's the best at maximizing what he has.
I think it's either him or Tim or Nick Nurse or Pop. I think Pop is getting left out of these conversations because his roster sucks.
It's mid, yeah.
But he's not stopped being a great coach.
Mm-hmm. Who was the other person you said? Oh, you said him or Nick. You said Nick Nurse?
Nick Nurse.
Yeah, I like him really from Toronto. He did a good job with 76, especially when Embiid went down as well too. They're a little healthier. Who knows what happens? So I'm not mad at that.